Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Margaret Lloyd here on our podcast for today. So let's see. What are we going to discuss today? Like I said, if you ever want me to discuss something specific, leave it in the comments, okay? And then I will pick it up later in the day and have it ready for the next day, okay? We can do that. So, what we're going to discuss today is letting go of the past. I have that problem. One of the problems that I have is that my son and my ex-husband are both Libras. And very vocal, very knowledgeable. They both, and I know, at least with Bo, it's not meant to be inflammatory, but it is. It's inflammatory when he reminds me that he has a master's degree and I don't. I don't know why that's inflammatory, and I do. I guess I really do, because I didn't go to school. I chose to raise a family instead of getting an education. That was my choice. Was it the right choice? No. I was offered an education, but I chose to get married instead. And now we see where I am. The end of my third marriage all ended in divorce. And I guess I tend to carry all that baggage of 3 marriages with me. So I need to get rid of it. So together, we'll get rid of it. So, what do we have to do? Letting go of the past is a challenging and emotionally taxing as it may be. Letting go of painful feelings and experiences is a process we can learn and practice over time. I know it's not going to be easy. I really do. Letting go does not mean pushing away or suppressing the emotions, as our emotions are valid and represent experiences and interactions that were or are painful. And it notes to read Teresa Basardo, therapist at Empower Your Mind Therapy. Something I'll have to read. In learning to let go of your emotional sufferings, we can learn to be present in our own lives instead of doing things automatically out of habit and not necessarily out of good habit. Here is a detailed step-by-step guide to letting go. It will be a guide I will be using on a daily basis. Step 1 is acceptance. Acceptance is deeply powerful. By acceptance, we mean stepping aside, sidestepping denial, and avoiding strong desires to change reality. And that's me. I like to change the reality. I have in the past. I know I shouldn't do that. It's about accepting the world as it is, people as they are, and you as yourself. And that's one thing that I've always had difficulty with, is accepting me as me. I want me to be something different than I am instead of accepting me for what I am. I am what I am. Isn't that what Papa used to say? Linza says this is an important step in letting go. And what goes hand in hand with acceptance is the actual decision to let go. So I have to make that decision. Letting go of our emotional baggage is a process, and we must choose to let it go. I need it to let go. I need it to go away. I don't need my past life anymore. It's harmed me, and I need it to go away. Forgiveness follows acceptance. Once we're able to accept the things we cannot change, it becomes easier to step forward and make peace with the past. This step is more about no longer allowing the hurt, pain, anger, and shame to hold you prisoner. We think forgiveness is what we do for others, but it's really about releasing ourselves from our own emotional prison. And I do feel like I am in an emotional prison. If I truly forgive someone who's wronged me, I am no longer held captive by the feelings of hurt and anger I have for that person. That's true. I forgave my sister for kicking Mom out of her house and causing a huge upheaval. So I guess I can forgive myself for being a pain in my ass and allowing so much garbage to still be in my past. This also means forgiving yourself and practicing self-compassion. And that is a problem that I have. I don't forgive myself easily, and I don't have much compassion for myself. This may even be more difficult than forgiving others, particularly if you struggle with feeling worthy or deserving. I don't. I feel like I've not only damaged my life, I've damaged my children's lives. However, studies have shown that doing the work to forgive ourselves has a positive effect on our well-being by helping us become more positive and reducing depressive feelings. Yeah, and I'm sure of that. It's just I don't know. I have done so much damage to not only myself, but to my children. And I really find that very difficult to forgive myself for doing. My daughter doesn't want to have much to do with me because of neglect she received from me. She didn't deserve the neglect, but she got it. However, studies have shown that doing the work to forgive ourselves has a positive effect on our well-being by helping us become more positive and reducing depressive feelings. I hope that happens because right now I'm feeling very depressed and I don't like it. Focus on the present is step 3. Mindfully focusing on the present can boost feelings of happiness and put you in a driver's seat of your thoughts and emotions. Notes Bassaro. She recommends taking a page from dialectical behavior therapy and familiarizing yourself with the 3 states of mind. Let's see if I still have that pulled up. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, fudge sickles. Let me see if that helps. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I do have the actual page. Let's see. What was I looking for? Step 3. Oh, did it again. Hey, did it again. Okay, so what this is telling me, everything you need to know about this therapy, okay. DBT techniques. If I can get rid of these pop-ups. I'm here. Group therapy, individual therapy, phone coaching. Core mindfulness. That's another good one. Okay, so that didn't give me much help, but okay, so we'll go back to where we were. Oh, we were looking for the 3 states of mind. Three states of mind. Mindfulness, distress tolerance, let's see if I can find anything about the 3 states of mind. Well, I can't find anything about 3 states of mind. Let's see what I can find if I... See, it doesn't say anything about it, so I don't know. I'll have to do some more research on that. Alrighty. So this helps describe a person's thoughts and behaviors based on emotional, reasonable, and wisdom minds. Emotion and logic are of equal importance and come together to form the wise mind. Well, I don't have a wise mind. It kind of left the factory, okay? The idea of wise mind is for the consideration of assessing emotions at the same time as considering your logical and rational, tongue twisters, factors. Wise mind is considered the optimal state of mind for decision making. Yeah, that would make sense to have a wise mind when you're making decisions. And when it came to buying a Dodge, we didn't have a wise mind. Okay. The more we practice mindfulness, and I do know that mindfulness is very important. I do practice a lot of mindfulness. It's easier to be... The more we practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to assess the wise mind. Regular meditation, I'm going to have to be doing a lot more of the meditation, as well as redirecting our thoughts back to the present when things start spiraling, can help us remain more present. In regard to rumination of negative thoughts, studies have demonstrated that mindfulness can help prevent people from dwelling on negative thoughts. And I believe that because I don't have dwell on negative thoughts. I don't think negatively very often. It may turn into, but I don't know. Embrace change. Change is good, and I know that. And I've always tried to be an advocate for change because change is good. There can be improvements in the way you're doing things if you make good changes. The reality of the world is that it doesn't follow a straight path. It's often full of twists and turns, and our ability to adapt to these changes can help us in the long term. This is challenging for a lot of people because our brains naturally gravitate toward routine and familiarity, even if it's a negative. Embracing the present through change allows us to dismantle what may have had us stuck in thoughts, behaviors, or patterns that no longer serve us or keep us rooted in the past we cannot change. And that's true. Be open and accepting of mistakes or trauma and begin to be open to changing perspective behaviors. Step 5. There's so much to gain anytime you can lean on another's shoulder. This step can take on many iterations, ranging from speaking with a trusted friend to seeking a therapist or attending group support sessions. This step is so imperative because we are social creatures and definitely need our village around us. I don't have a village. Seeking support from others in our journey of letting go is a significant key to our success in being able to let go. And they're right. You need a village. I don't have one. You guys are my village. I don't have people to go talk to. I have a psychiatrist to go talk to. I have my mother. I have my son. I have my daughter. I don't have what I used to have, which is a support group of friends. All my friends that I grew up with have either passed on or I don't know where they are. They don't respond. They don't care. They don't want to know what my life has been like. They don't care. I thought they were friends, but they're not. They didn't care enough. Clara, knowing, didn't care enough to call me after I told her what was going on in a text. She never called me. None of my friends did. My neighbors across the street in Denton, they didn't come over. I don't like doing this. I don't like feeling this way. I don't like not being in control. And I'm not in control of myself. And I know that. And I don't know that there's anything anybody can do to help me with that. I hate this. I don't like myself. I've always been in control, or felt like I was in control of myself. I don't know what control is anymore. I don't know what anything is anymore. I just don't know what to do anymore. I talk to you. I hope everything that I put out here is of help to people to not get into this situation. Don't let yourself be abused, used, scammed. It's no fun. I just often wonder what life would be for Mom and Bo if I wasn't here. If Martin had killed me. What would their lives be? Probably be better off. I just don't know what to do. Additional tips for emotional healing. Let the above guide on learning how to let go of the past serve as your guidepost. You may waver and bounce between the steps, but the goal is ultimately to practice acceptance, forgive, live in the present, embrace change, and lean on others along the way. Practice radical acceptance. This skill involves accepting reality at face value without trying to change it. Accepting a situation when the circumstances are out of our control can reduce the suffering we feel. Instead of being attached to our past pain, radical acceptance provides, in practice, a lack of judgment toward our experiences and a detachment from them, allowing us to move beyond it. Remember that we're all complex and imperfect. When someone hurts us, our first instinct may be to assign malicious intent to them. Sometimes, though, rewiring our thought process can recognize that human, complex, and imperfect can release us from some of that hurt. Let me let Snickers in. Just a minute, baby. Mommy will let you in. Mommy will let you in. Come on, you can come in here. I'm almost done. You can come in here. Yeah. This is my sweetheart. This is my sweetheart that's kept me. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. And she's kept me grounded as best as she can. Remember, we're all complex and imperfect. When someone hurts us, our first instinct may be to assign malicious intent to them, but it isn't always that. Draw boundaries where necessary. While accepting others' imperfections can help us see them in a more forgiving light, some scenarios require us to create firm boundaries that help protect our emotional well-being. When a person remains unchanged and continues to reopen past wounds, hurting us or draining us in the process, this is a sign that we should be more deliberate and self-protective in the way we communicate and interact with them. Use daily affirmations. And daily affirmations are things like, you're a good person. You're doing good. You're making people happy. You're beautiful, even if you don't think you are. Be kind to yourself. I have trouble with that. I am more critical of myself than anybody in the world could ever be. I know I'm not perfect in any way. Like right now my chest hurts. Take a deep breath and it hurts. And it's not muscle hurt. It's deep down in. My heart is hurting. Because of everything. And it's everything. My life. I just hurt. I can't help. But my heart, it did. And I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to allow myself to do that. Because it's not worth it. All it does is hurt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go out of here and I'm going to take Snickers for a little walk. That will help clear my mind. And eat some lunch. with that in mind, peace, love yourself. Nobody else will. And I do love myself. I just don't know how to show it to myself because it hurts too much. See you tomorrow, 4 o'clock.